Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to the 86th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. Now to start off, there has been a lot of jailbreak news lately centered around the upcoming iOS 5.1 Untethered jailbreak. So I'm just going to go over all of the 5.1 jailbreak related news first in order, and then I'll go into the other topics for this episode. So first up, in a quick and secretive jailbreak update, Pod2g revealed that he has discovered two additional vulnerabilities, one being a kernel land and the other being a root land exploit. After that, Pod2g's iOS 6 versus 5.1 Untethered jailbreak poll came to a close. For those of you that don't know, he initiated the poll to let the jailbreak community decide whether or not he should save the exploits for iOS 6 or just implement them into an iOS 5.1 untethered utility and get that pushed out as quickly as possible. So like I said, the poll did conclude yesterday with over 106,000 people voting for a 5.1 untethered jailbreak versus only 55,000 people voting to save the exploits for iOS 6. Later that day, Pod2g revealed that he successfully managed to get the iOS 5.1 untethered jailbreak running on his iPhone 4. Now, a lot of people were actually confused about that and saying, well, hasn't there already been a jailbreak for the iPhone 4? Yes, but that was a tethered jailbreak. Now, I'll have a link to a post down below in the more info that explains the difference between tethered and untethered, but basically, really quick, a tethered jailbreak means that every time you have to reboot your iDevice, you have to plug it back into your computer and run a certain part of that jailbreak utility again to get it to boot up into its fully functional state. And the iPhone 4 jailbreak confirmation tweet left most of the members of the jailbreak community wondering whether or not the jailbreak will include support for newer devices. And early this morning, Pod2g inadvertently confirmed that it will work for the newer devices, including the A5 based iPhone 4S, iPad 2, and Apple TV 3rd generation, as well as the new A5X based 3rd generation iPad. In a tweet, Pod2g corrected people in general who claim that an iOS 5.1 tethered jailbreak is good enough by saying, well, what about the people with the newer devices? And he listed the devices out there. So essentially he did suggest that the upcoming jailbreak utility will include support for those devices. And shortly after that tweet, he said, don't forget about the people who are stuck with iOS 5.1 out of the box. So that concludes the jailbreak news for today's episode. Don't forget, I will keep you guys fully updated on my site, Best Tech Info, and here on my YouTube channel. Also, the other day I did just launch a new site, jailbreakbti.com. I'll have a link to it down below in the more info, and it's mostly focused on jailbreak news, shortening it down, condensing it, basically just giving a brief summary and also providing different tutorials. And there will also be additional news on Jailbreak BTI with different things that I don't deem best tech info material. Now moving on, it's been reported that Apple is in early negotiation stages with Epix. For those of you that don't know, Epix is an online movie streaming service created by Lionsgate Entertainment. Now even though Netflix has a streaming contract with Epix and they mirror most of the same movies that are on Epix, it said that that contract will expire in a matter of months and it's unknown whether or not they will renew it. And with that said, while Apple has approached Epix to try and get something worked out with them, that's not really the main point. It's that Apple is going out to other content providers to try and get more content for the Apple TV platform. In a quick interview, the former senior vice president of Apple's iPod division revealed a couple of key things about the iPhone and how the concept of a physical keyboard was a heated topic among the design teams who worked on the original iPhone. Next up, I just wanted to briefly mention this, and there's more about it in the article. According to an industry expert, Apple may break into the service provider industry by actually offering service to their iPhone and iPad customers in the near future. And if Apple does decide to do this over time, it will allow them to sever the bonds between them and the carriers that currently offer service to their devices. Next up, according to a new report, Apple and Samsung's joint net profit account for 99% of the profit generated by the top 8 smartphone companies. Now, as for the other 1% left behind by Apple and Samsung, HTC picked that up, with the other 5 companies generating no profit from their smartphone sales at all. So that concludes the news for today's episode. Also, the giveaway that I was hosting in collaboration with the members of iPod Uplink and Jailbreak Nation has ended, and we did pick a winner. And if you're interested in possibly winning an Apple product in the future, just be sure to stay tuned for upcoming giveaways. Don't forget to rate this video up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button to be notified every time I release new videos. For the question of the day, let me know down below in the comment section or on Best Tech Info. What do you guys think about the current jailbreak situation, and do you think Pod2g is doing the right thing in releasing an untethered iOS 5.1 jailbreak, or do you think that he should have held off until iOS 6 and actually saved the exploit exploits until then. So just be sure to leave your responses down below in the comment section. And again, don't forget to check out Jailbreak BTI. And if you want to be updated more often, just be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and add me to one of your circles inside of Google+. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.